Well, we've been working with MetroQuest for several years now. I think one of the things that's most beneficial to us is the extreme accessibility and affordability and how it relates to the project work that we do. We use MetroQuest on almost all of our projects, whether that's a community plan or whether it's a corridor study, a comprehensive plan, or systems level strategy. It's a universal method with which we found ease of access to the public and likewise access to the project.
We used MetroQuest for our first round of outreach for the Gwinnett County Comprehensive Transportation Plan. It's a long-range transportation plan that looks out 25 years into the future across all modes of transportation. So we asked folks what their interests were when it came to different transportation priorities, and we also used the mapping screen to understand what all the different types of transportation needs were all across the county.
So the Greer Community Master Plan was a project that Kimley-Horn was engaged in. We were updating the 10-year master plan for a community in between Greenville and Spartanburg.
We used it primarily online, but we also brought iPads to meetings and community events in case people wanted to be able to take the survey right there on the spot.
When I think about what we get from MetroQuest, there's incredible utility out of the information. Obviously, we do engagement primarily for the generation and the identification of data. And our team thrives on the accessibility that we get from the multitude of information coming out of the MetroQuest. It seamlessly drops into all of our analytic tools, allows us the opportunity to convey those results in any way that we see fit.
It really goes a long way in helping us understand what the community values and kind of building everything from that point forward to make sure that the plan responds to that. All the way to the very last action item. I mean, we know that, as part of MetroQuest, the community identified economic development as a priority. Well, then we can go back and point to and say these action items are responding directly to this priority.
The results were really far beyond what we expected, honestly. We had over 5,000 people take the survey in all or part of it. And we had over almost 15,000 data points alone just on the mapping feature.
Well, MetroQuest really was a big deal and very important. We use MetroQuest to legitimize the process in a lot of respects in the client's eyes. In any of these types of projects, the client is answering to the elected officials, and the elected officials want to make sure that the community's voice is being heard. And really, when we pointed to the results of the MetroQuest and said, we have 20,000 data points that we got through this one survey instrument, it legitimized the process in the elected officials' eyes, and also legitimized, the project as a whole.
We're just amazed at how much feedback we got from the community on the plan.
Thousands of data points has just become a customary result when working with MetroQuest on our projects. That increased volume of participation increases confidence in the results and makes our planning process go that much more smoothly.
Communities have limited resources, and we have to be good stewards of their funds. So one of the things that we talk a lot about is participant acquisition costs. So how much is it costing you to engage one person? In MetroQuest, if we get the support of the local community and get the word out, that participant acquisition cost goes way down. And then you can take it one step forward. We can say, hey, for this amount of money, we got 20,000 individual data points. And that just goes a long way in suggesting that they made the right decision.
It's adding value to the communities that we're working with. Simply stated, years ago, this kind of platform would have been incredibly expensive and the use of which would have been limited. Now it's something that almost is universally accessible to those projects that we're working on, small or large. And as a result, we can pass those values on to our clients so that they can spend more of their resources on planning. The nice thing is that we get to rely on the expertise of folks at MetroQuest that have just thousands of examples where this has been used successfully. So we know we're getting the best of the best.